Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Chrissy T. I'm back with a review recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 6. If you like the content, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe. So the episode picks up where we left off. Thirsty Nneka, she's providing these receipts, quote, end quote, that Wendy does in fact know Lebe. But Wendy isn't denying the fact that she knows Lebe. Okay, she's just saying that their relationship is more surface level. Lebe is friends of Wendy's sister, who is Ivy. And it's like this: a friend of my sister is a friend of mine. And that's it. So Nneka is saying that Wendy invited Lebe to her sip and see and also crowned her with a head wrap. And she said that's not something you do for someone you're not friends with. But when women and men, when they're in relationships, they get their names tatted all the time. What does it mean? Absolutely nothing. So in this situation, the head wrap meant nothing. She even gave Gizelle a head wrap. It was nothing. And the whole conversation is so confusing because why are they arguing about random family members that we don't even see on the show? It makes no sense at all. It sounds like somebody is just looking for a storyline. So Wendy asked Nneka, how did she know what was going on at her sip and see when she wasn't even there? And she was probably somewhere smoking crack. Now, this was just a jokey joke. It wasn't a very funny joke. But I do know that when Wendy is back into a corner, by Nneka specifically, she never has a comeback. Her clapbacks are so cringe. And it's like she gets tongue-tied when she's having a back and forth in between her and Nneka. Now, Wendy knows how to read. Okay, she can drag a heifer for filth. But it's with her interaction with Nneka that she gets so tongue-tied, don't know what to say, and then she results to childish, cringy comments like, "You must be somewhere smoking crack." And what's worse is that she was cracking up at herself as if it was funny. Wendy, we love you, girl, but that clapback was cringe. In Nneka's confessional, she said that Wendy needs to own her shit, which she does, and that Wendy is jealous that she has a seat at the table. And my question is, where is the seat at the table? Is it between Gizelle and Robyn? Because if that's your end all be all, then I feel sorry for you. You are being used as a catalyst to bring Wendy down because Gizelle and Robyn can't stand Wendy, and they are using you as a vehicle to drive Wendy's ass off this show. And once she's driven off this show, mark my words, you will be their next target. So after that brief showdown with Wendy and Nneka, Candace, with good intentions, takes Nneka aside and expressed concerns that she observed her being hurt, her words, and yelling and all that stuff. And she tells her that she wants to prevent her and Wendy from becoming enemies. And Wendy wasn't here for it. And it makes me wonder, she was quick to forgive and forget what Robyn did. She pretty much cast her out. Robyn had family functions. Everybody and their children was invited. Wendy and her children wasn't. But you was quick to forgive Robyn for that. Okay? You was quick to forgive Mia for throwing a drink in your face, but you are reluctant to possibly build a relationship with a fellow Nigerian. And it may be that she doesn't want to because a woman came after her mother. She called her mother a witch, said she practices witchcraft, and has a shrine. So some people think that Candace was being fake by going to console her best friend's enemy. But then you have to understand that Wendy is also friends with Ashley, who is an enemy of Candace. So, I mean, it's kind of a sticky situation and weird because a friend of mine will not be a friend of my enemy. I'm sorry. It's not happening. So later that evening, the ladies go to a restaurant, and what I noticed is that while they were at the table, Wendy was holding Mia's finger. Like, what was that about? So anyway, they're at the table talking about Peter Wacker. And Wendy wanted to know who amongst them swallows cock serum. That conversation was totally inappropriate at a family restaurant. That's a conversation that should have went at a girls' night in, wearing PJs, sipping some wine. But at the family restaurant, that's a no-no. But to answer her question, Robyn says she does. And she said not only does she do it, but she's quite good at it. And Juan ain't complaining. And Robyn, this is going to come back and bite you in the ass. I already can see that. So Karen said that Robyn doesn't know who or what she been drinking, that part. Because we know Juan has some miles on that thing. I mean, he's way in Canada getting some cooch. But what's interesting about this dinner is that nobody was arguing. They were laughing, talking about everything. It was good to see. So later on that night, Robyn invites everyone to her room, and they all look drunk. Gizelle decided to go back to her room, and I believe Karen went back, and Wendy, which left Robyn, Nneka, and Candace. And Candace decides that she wants to talk to Robyn tomorrow. She said it's been a long time, and it's a conversation that needs to be had. And why are you in such a hurry to mend a relationship with a woman who was a co-conspirator, okay, to Gizelle, who lied and said that your husband was trying to be her sneaky link? Just Robyn was a co-conspirator. Why are you in such a hurry to be friends with this lady? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You drag Robyn for filth on Twitter. You said y'all was at a point of no return because she betrayed you, and now you're thinking that you want to mend a relationship? Girl, make it make sense. And this is why you piss me off, Candace, because you do stupid stuff, and I don't like how you moving. Oh, you might as well make up with Gizelle then. And I'm going to keep saying this until it gets through your skull. Robyn was a co-conspirator, and as quiet as it's kept, I heard it was her idea to start that, not Gizelle's. But they would never admit it. So then we see Nneka and her husband. She tells her husband that this Wendy thing keeps going on. I don't like the way she talks. It's just so fake. Well, anyway, that's because you keep bringing it up. And if you don't bring it up, Gizelle's going to bring it up. And if you really wanted to dead this conversation, you would shut it down the moment it starts. But y'all use this drama between you and Wendy, you and Gizelle and Robyn, y'all use that as a bonding tool because y'all share amongst you a dislike for Wendy. So when you guys are bonding, the conversation is what? About Wendy. So the next day, Ashley plans a painting party, but Karen had other plans. Honey, she went right at Robyn's neck. So Karen was feeling some type of way that Robyn withheld the cheating scandal about Juan, and she wanted to hold her feet to the fire. So Karen tells her that there is a whole group of friends that don't know what she's going through. No, that ain't a group of friends. I'm sorry, Candace, Wendy, and Karen. Robyn don't consider y'all her friends. Because notice, her real friends knew about the scandal. So Karen, that's definitely a reach. So Karen goes on to say that she felt like Robyn selectively speak to one pocket of the friendship circle, which is true. And Karen said in doing so, she divides the group. No. Gizelle divides the group and Robyn follows, because Robyn can be beefing with someone and then they later make up, only for Gizelle to come and shift the narrative and remind Robyn why she shouldn't be talking to this person. Meanwhile, Robyn had already forgave and forget. But Gizelle, being the person that she is, would try to discourage Robyn from talking to this person. So Candace agrees with Karen that Robyn does selectively tell her tea to other castmates instead of the entire group. And Robyn says she shares what she's going through with real friends who reach out to her. And Candace said that she did reach out to her. And they showed a text of Candace saying, "Whatever else aside, I'm sorry this is happening to you." And Robyn didn't respond. And Robyn was like, "Are you serious?" And yeah, I'm asking her the same thing. Are you serious? How you going to reach out to a woman who was aiding Gizelle and false accusation about your husband? I don't give a damn how she's doing after you come at me in my marriage. So meanwhile, Karen is telling Robyn that she wants her to be accountable. So in pure fashion, Robyn stands up with this dusty gown on, with her hands stretched out like a scarecrow, talking about, "What else do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? Hold me accountable. Hold me accountable." So Robyn kept her truth a secret with Juan's cheating scandal while aiding Gizelle in false rumors about Chris. So Candace and Wendy asked Robyn if she read the messages between Juan and this woman. And she said no. Juan deleted the messages. Robyn didn't read the messages because they're not in a relationship, okay? This is for TV. This is for show. They have an arrangement to be married on the show, which is probably why, okay, we see Juan with every woman, but not Robyn. I mean, paparazzi has seen him with all sorts of type women, but we have not once seen him and Robyn together outside of the show. Hell, they barely filmed together. We get 3 seconds of them together. If you blink, you would miss it. And I can tell that the marriage is fake because they don't even have chemistry when they're filming together. No affection. He give her daps and then call her Rhop, like that's his homeboy or something. So they never got a chance to paint. So Ashley said they had something else planned. Wendy, Candace, Mia, and Karen, they went to a wine distillery, and the other ladies went to a cowboy boot shop. So Mia, Karen, Candace, and Wendy, they're all sitting down eating, and they had seen the black bird. And Mia said, "That's not your mama, is it?" And Wendy was like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." And she started crying. And Wendy explained how hurt she was by the conversations about her mother practicing witchcraft, having a shrine. So Mia apologized, and she said she's going to dead the conversation because she know that Wendy's hurt by it. And she says she won't speak of it again. She's going to let it go. And Wendy explains to them that the word shrine itself is positive, but people sometimes give it a bad connotation through their perception. And she said a shrine is a place of reverence, and it's not to be associated with witchcraft. But I wish Wendy would have had this conversation with Nneka, because Nneka been on your mama 5 episodes. And I think that had you had this conversation with her that you're having with Mia, maybe it could have changed things between y'all. I think she should know that you're hurt by it. But you didn't really show any type of emotion when she called your mother a witch. Like the same vulnerability that you have with Mia, it maybe should have been had with Nneka as well. So after both groups finish their outing, they meet up again for lunch. And this time it's Ashley's turn to be in the hot seat. So Mia asked Ashley if she getting a divorce, and Ashley pretty much tiptoed around the answer and said it was pretty much complicated. But we know Michael is still her sponsor. Okay, he's paying the bills. The house is in his name. They are not getting a divorce, girl. They taking vacations together. She even said that she's not in a hurry to rush the process because he is still financially taking care of her. So then Mia, who's obviously uncomfortable, she's stuttering, squirming in her seat, she asks Ashley what's going on with the lawsuit. And Ashley ignored her, so she went and turned to Candace and asked her about it. And Candace pretty much said she is not speaking about it in this group, which is the very same thing Robyn tried to say. So Robyn was like, "Can we get a list of what we can and cannot talk about?" And Candace said it's a legal matter. She will not be talking about it. And Robyn, you should have sat there and kept your mouth shut, because Candace is not going to allow anyone, okay, to back her into a corner. She will shift the conversation back to you, which is exactly what she did. So Wendy and Candace are saying that Juan lost his job because of a Title 19 violation, which I don't know what that is. And Robyn saying that it's not the case. Yes, he was fired, but it wasn't due to this Title 19 violation. And that's why Candace is refusing to talk about her lawsuit with Michael, because she said that's the mistake Robyn made. She was talking about the lawsuit, and something she said may have been the reason Juan got fired. So later on, Ashley planned another activity, chicken bingo. So Robyn ends up trapped in a car with Wendy, Mia, and Candace. And she was actually sitting next to Candace. And Mia said that she feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had. And Robyn said she ain't interested. And she said that Candace made it seem that Robyn speaking about the lawsuit could be one of the reasons Juan got fired, because maybe Robyn said something. And Candace stood by what she said. And she said she don't think it was smart for her to be speaking about any ongoing legal matter. So Robyn, obviously triggered by what Candace has said, she started the waterworks. She started crying, and Candace says, please don't cry because I don't have any tissues. And Wendy and Robyn, they're trying to console her. I'm telling her, please don't cry. She went on to say that she didn't do anything to any of them, and they're trying to tear her down. Y'all don't fall for the okie doke. Wendy, don't fall for it. Them tears don't mean nothing. She is using those tears as a form to manipulate them. She don't want to talk about her dirty laundry. She wants to talk about everyone else's, but not hers. So she's using tears as a tactic to get them to not discuss it anymore. So that was the end of the episode. Of course, we got it to be continued. So next week, we'll pick back up with Robyn and her fake tears. So leave a comment, and subscribe. Bye.